Okay, so फेयरली स्पीकिंग अभी सुबह के 5 बज रहे हैं, ठीक है। और I had a couple of things in my mind which I thought it would be great if I could just get them off, because ये सब तो कुछ thoughts हैं, some low key thoughts which I thought would be nice to share, because this video is mainly for myself to watch, and this is something which is in my head for some time. So मैंने एक चीज़ ऑब्जर्व करी है कि I have been spending a lot of time without my phone, ठीक है, for at least a week. On and off मैंने फ़ोन का यूजेज काफ़ी कम कर दिया था बीच में, right? In the morning I would make sure that I am away from my phone. In the evening I would make sure at a particular time मैं अपना फ़ोन यूज़ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. And then what happened is that कि life happened, right? Some difficult situations happened, और मेरे फ्लैट में कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी, इसके वजह से थोड़ा सा मेंटल हेल्थ मेरा डिस्टर्ब हो गया, राइट. एंड एज अ कोप आई स्टार्टेड टू यूज़ माई फ़ोन. आई इंस्टॉल्ड ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस, इंस्टाग्राम, आई डोंट नो, व्हाट्सएप तो होता ही रहता, और यूट्यूब, and not just like watching anything which is useful or productive, but you know what I mean, like those short videos and just like videos after videos, and you just cannot get enough of that. It stimulated my brain a lot. It just caused a dominoes effect, okay. And what do I mean by dominoes effect यहाँ पर, इसकी एक चीज़ होती है. For example, I feel bad, कोई bad situation happened, and suddenly just that, you start watching some shit, you start watching some more shit, and then you end up wasting time. But it's more than that, you waste a lot of time as well, I understand that, but it's a great distractor. It's not a good cope, and definitely you end up losing more than you ought to gain, okay. And I know tragic situations happen, and not everything can go according to your way. Especially maintaining a strict routine is not a easy task to do. Like, I have a lot of goals, right? Currently I'm in the phase of bulking, right? It means that I have to eat a lot, and eating a lot, working out a lot. It's just a whole different process. What it also involves is that you get eventually fat a lot, right? So things just get difficult because of that, right? So it's not easy to do this. That's a different thing, right? Now, I don't know what I'm talking about here particularly, that's why this video could be running around in circles. But I thought it would be a good idea to make a way for some of those thoughts to actually make a message. So, considering my aim that I wanted to do with my YouTube was basically make certain videos, because YouTube is a space, right? Earning money and that all, like fame and stuff. If I was actually chasing that, I wouldn't be actually be comfortable with speaking my mind, considering how low key this channel really is, right? This is the whole point. The space actually allows me to free up some space in my phone so that I can use that space and post some videos and just like delete the video, right? Getting it off my fucking chest. Back to the topic, the phone. I was thinking about this a lot. phone is a really messed up thing, buddy. And I really experienced peace. I really do agree that, you know, not having a phone, right, is a great blessing. It's actually difficult to like live without your phone as well, right? It's not at all easy to live without your phone, but it's really blissful if you're able to stay without your phone for elongated periods of time, because it actually helps to balance your mental health. And you need to be really careful, because when things go good, it goes really good. Everything goes well because your mental health is good. But then when things go bad, it goes really bad. And just okay. I really like used to imagine myself as a kid. If I was to be really disciplined in the future, right, I would imagine that I woke up in the morning 5 a.m. sharp. Right now it is 5 a.m. But trust me, I did not wake up with the purpose of following a routine at the moment, because, as I said, it was messed up. And when I say it's messed up, it was really messed up. Absolutely messed up. So again, when I used to imagine myself, I would be like, yeah, I'm waking up in the morning, and I'm just like working out right in the morning, doing my routine. And it just happens every single day, right? The discipline and all that stuff. But then you really realize that, number one, you're lazy as fuck, so you don't really want to do that. Number two, you are weak. It doesn't matter how much muscle you put on, you're weak here. You're mentally weak. Number three, you're anxious as fuck. You're too fucking anxious, right? So you need to like journal things down. You need to like write things down in order to like, get them off your head. My laptop got fucked up, because things happened, right? I don't even have a laptop anymore. I use a journal in my laptop. Now what? I'm thinking of doing it the old school way, writing it down, putting the date in, writing it down. Whatever my thoughts are, whatever my plans are for the future, write it down, because your mind is a very anxious being, right? It's never like satisfied. You need to like calm it down. You need to like talk to your mind like a baby. I understand that you need to calm down, buddy. And you cannot do that unless like you write it down. I don't know why it works, but writing it down just helps you to realize that whatever you're thinking about, it's important. That's why I give it value. These are a couple of things which I was practicing every single day, and my mental health, my productivity, my future planning, everything was actually good. But things also go bad, and if I don't learn from that, this is a really tragic thing. I want to also like while I'm like considering this phone activities, I was in the metro. मैं मेट्रो में था. I saw people वहाँ पर using their phones, and nothing wrong against that, but this is me practicing, okay, the me practicing all these good habits, right? So there came a point where I was like actually sick of phone. I, as an introvert, don't have a lot of messages, so I'm blessed in that part. So I went to the metro and I brought along a book. I'm not a reader myself, but I just brought it along because I was not liking my phone for some reason. I just felt really peaceful without my phone. So I brought my book with me and I looked around. No one actually with the book. It's fine. So I opened the book, started reading, slowly started to like the fucking process of reading. And trust me when I say this, when the when I reached my station around like 30 minutes, 40 minutes tops, and everyone else was in their phones and like watching some stupid short videos, or maybe like doing some work. Work. I felt really, really rejuvenated. And I never felt that. When I used to use my phone, listening to fucking music all the fucking time, it was my brain used to fucking hurt. Why? Because just constantly stimulating everything, every fucking thing, so fucking much. And when I reached my sister's house, I really felt at peace. I felt so much at peace that things got quiet. I read the book again. I was like, fuck. If you have a book, it's really a great, great, great entertainment. It really is. Trust me, it is. Almost any kind of book is a great source of entertainment. And the way I was able to speak about certain things, certain characters, certain values, I couldn't do it when I was watching those fucking 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds videos, or even like 5 minutes, 10 minutes videos, because it was just so short. It's not deep understanding. It is not deep understanding. You're not understanding anything in depth. It's just that, yeah, I know, bro, you don't know that. You really don't know anything. I mean, if you cannot like articulate what you're trying to say, you really don't know what you're talking about. And frankly speaking, I'm really in love with the old school. Like if you see me, this is how I sit right now. This is my chair, sure. And I like lay my carpet around here. I put my food down and then I eat. I eat on the fucking ground. Not the fucking ground, but the ground. It just provides me with peace. Because it just humbles me a lot. Right? When I'm a fucking stupid person, I just eat on the bed and binge watch series after series, and just stupid. When you're eating on the ground and when you're like having to think about your God, for example, it really humbles you. It really makes you feel at peace. The world has a lot of hatred to offer you. Exceptional amount of hatred. But also, it also has exceptional amount of love to give you as well. Obviously, the second option is good. You need to be realistic. Yes, I understand that. Definitely, you need to be. But you also need to love, because that's what you're here for. I'm not saying that cliche love. What I'm saying is that respect everything for what it is. And if you believe in God, and I'm not here to preach God, but it's just that if you believe in a higher self, God is the epitome of that. God is like a representation of that. Believe in that power, and hence you believe in God. You don't need to like do all those traditional things. You just need to believe in the higher power, which exists in all of us. And I really feel like if you're in touch with nature, it's a great place to be in. If you can be attuned, if you can be stimulated by silence and just simple sounds, which is natural, you're really aware. But it takes things, it takes sacrifices, It takes you to be okay with being alone. And if you're okay with being alone, then hats off to you, because now you've added structure to your life. The all the hustling and bustling of people, it's great. If you're a good communicator, all for you. I'm not exactly like that. But trust me, when I say that, I love people for what they are. I really don't have any problem with talking to them. Any of them, hopefully. There's these simple activities that actually gives you a lot of sense of purpose, I suppose. Even like having a clean bed, eating clean, eating less, talking good. Those small things, insignificant things even. Having a time schedule, respecting people for what they are, providing space, providing a routine. Those small things, little by little, they add up. They add up, they add up, they add up. And if you're okay with it, and if you start to love the boring, what is considered to be boring, if you think about that, you really need to be attuned to how you were presented into the world. As a child, you run into the forest. You were dumb. You did not know better. You run into the forest, you looked around, and you felt a purpose of exploring. Then why the fuck did you grow up? You should not have grown up then. If growing up means that living in the same spot because you think you know better, you don't. Explore around. The fact is that you can really be happy with a lot less than you think. The the concept is very simple. You really need to think in terms that what I already have is something I wanted at a particular time, right? Then appreciate what you have at the moment. Really, really appreciate that. How long do you want to chase things? How long do you want to desire things in your life? Providing is something you should be striving for. Virtue, strength, honor. But the latest iPhone, you already have a great phone. I love my phone. Look at this. It actually does all the purpose for me. If it serves the purpose, then I don't have any need for any other upgrade. The latest fashion. I love my fucking clothes. It's simple, but I like it. I really love it. Unless it's like really, really in a bad shape, then maybe no. But I don't really care about how I'm like being presented in front of the world anymore for some reason. Because I have different objectives, I suppose. The thing is that we're all afraid of death. Death is coming for us, all, even. And certain people have achieved a lot of success in their lives, so you want it too. Life is fun, right? But I also have this proposition that there is also another way of living life. It's nothing less of a life of virtue, a life of purpose, a life fulfilling, that is fulfilling for you. And it is not an easy path. but it's a path that anyone, and I say again, anyone can follow. It is your duty, and stop talking about rights. It's your duty to be educated, to be sophisticated, to treat people with kindness. It is your duty, not your right. People will come in all shapes and forms, and they will treat you in all the vulgar and different ways under the blue sky. How many people do you think? You know what? This is the fucking thing. This is the test. People are gonna be of both kinds. A stupid person, a rude person, maybe. They'll come into your life, and then you'll have this urge to be just like them. To be rude, to be evil, to be violent. Standing up for yourself, fighting back for yourself is a different thing. But changing your personality based on what other people are, because they are just throwing their insecurities at you. How you react is what makes the difference. Things are changing. You are changing. You should not be afraid of change. Something which I have been pondering over quite a lot these days too. I can't even believe it's like 21 minutes of me talking actually. But I really feel good. So I feel like I'm talking about something which I really wanted to talk about. The thing is that you'll be a very happy person if you adopt a simple life. And slowly, the simpler it gets, the better. It really does get better. Having healthy food is simple. It's also cheap. Having healthy sleep is also cheap. You don't have to pay to sleep. You just need to be attentive to sleep at the right time. Doing your work is free. I'm talking in terms of finances, right? So, doing your work 2 hours a day, it's free. It gives you purpose. Making someone smile can also be free, because if it's genuine, it is free. But hedonistic behavior often involves some kind of cost. And when I mean cost, it's not just what you spend. It's also internal. You spend that. And this is way worse than anything else in the world. We really have this. Okay, yeah, money does buy happiness. There's no doubt about that, right? Being simple can also buy you happiness, and money is absolutely something which I believe will follow you if you aim to provide for the world in the form of service, in the form of an aid, a cure, a solved problem. Do that. Just that. But if you aim to just earn money for the sake of earning money, you'll be dead before you even leave an impact. And when I mean dead, it could be dead, or here, dead in the brain. Aim to provide something for the world. Aim to help people out. And maybe when you do that particularly good, money will follow. Then you may buy yourself a good house, get yourself a nice place to stay, But then again, even if you are stripped off that house, never ever forget the roots, because you have a surface. It's still eaten on the ground. You would love that.